in just a little bit. We are talking about snow. We've been very, very lucky in the Philadelphia area.
It's on the schedule for this week.
Yeah, I know, it's coming. Our luck doesn't hold out for long. My friends in Boston know that they've already gotten snow. How do you get snow off the top of your car? I am very much a car guy. I love vehicles, and I don't care what type of vehicles they are. But I have seen people do things to their automobiles in hopes of getting snow off the top that has made me cringe. A regular broom should never touch the surface of a car. So the folks at Snow Joe, and they did a lot of research. They created a proprietary foam that is rigid enough to drag snow off a car, but so soft it cannot scratch paint. And it is a brilliant, brilliant invention. This is their oversized snow broom. The one that you first came out with was considerably smaller.
Right.
The bigger the snow broom, the faster you get the job done. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Sean Pickford is with us again.
Good to see you.
You're now presenting them at packs of two because so many people have more than one car.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of this. So you get the set of two. Unfortunately, we're down to just red left.
That's fine. We had other colors, and we'll try to get them in again later on after the holidays, but I have no guarantees. If you want two really good, solid car gifts, then this is the way to go. First of all, while you're doing that, I'm going to take mine apart and show them how this thing stores in your car.
Yeah, and this is the beauty of it because you can see the handle extends out from 33 inches to 52 inches.
Right.
There's padded hand grips, so in case you forgot your gloves, you come out of work and there's 4 inches of snow in your car, no problem, we got you covered. Then all you simply do is push or pull the snow off. And I could run this snow broom on this car all day long like this, and it will never scratch the paint because, as you said, of that proprietary foam, it's a closed cell foam. We had it third-party independent tested that it's not going to scratch the painted surface when you use this here, nor is it going to scratch your windshield when you use the ice scraper on it there.
All right, windshields are bigger than they've ever been in automotive history. My wife drives an SUV. My wife is 5'4".
Right.
For her to get to the middle of the windshield required her literally opening the door, standing on the seat, and leaning over to get it. Now, more often than not in the morning, I'm going to scrape her windshield for her. I'll even show you, by the way, an item coming up in just a bit where you don't even have to scrape your windshield anymore. But by law, if it snows and you get a foot of snow and there's 12 inches of snow up on the top of this SUV,
you're responsible for it.
You're responsible.
Right.
And if you're going down the highway and a chunk of that comes off the top of your car in the wind and hits the windshield of the car behind you, not only are you liable, you are responsible for the damage that you might do to that car, but even worse, the concept of what happened if somebody were hurt. Most of us would never want that to happen. So this thing extends to be about 5 feet high.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it.
It's lightweight. So now I can get all the way over to the other side of the car if I want. And the way I do it is I pop it down, push, and then pull.
Yep.
And now I'm cleaning the top of that car in a matter of just a few moments and getting all the snow off. It's brilliant. I like the bigger ones here.
It makes it so much easier. It's a closed cell foam, as you said. It's rigid, but it's not going to scratch.
Yeah.
It'll push a heavy wet snow off. It'll push a light fluffy 2 feet of snow off.
Yep.
This is specifically designed to remove ice and snow from your vehicle. That's what its main job is. You're not brushing out the garage and then taking that same broom and putting it on the paint of your car. And you and I are both car guys. I cringe when I see people doing that too. And you see it all the time.
I do. I would see neighbors taking a push broom that I know they had used on a sidewalk or on a rough surface where there's dust, dirt, debris, and then putting it on a paint. This is what I use. Now, by the way, there's going to see colors on here that aren't available anymore. I've got the model that you came to us with, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And I still use it.
Yeah, this is the largest
one.
one.
It's a little smaller. I like the larger one, though.
This is the largest one we have.
Yep.
Automotive dealerships have come to us at Snow Joe and said, you know what, we've seen these before and you guys make a far superior one because they have millions of dollars worth of inventory sitting on that lot.
And every time it snows, they've got to clean the cars off so that people can see them.
Right.
So, yeah, that's probably one of your best customers are automobile dealers.
Yeah, I mean, because let's face it, they got to get it cleaned off so you can see what you're looking at, but they don't want to do it fast, efficiently, without putting a single scratch on anything. Because we've all seen those people, and we had a friend here that the kids used it on the car, and in the spring he said, oh my goodness, I have to have the hood of the car repainted because whatever they used on the car scratched it all up. Right.
take a look at this foam. It is the perfect combination of rigidity, so it gives you some push, but it is soft as soft can be. And they just last. I've had one, again, this will be the third season, the third winter that I've had it. My complaint is the older ones were a little smaller, but it does the job. I do like the bigger ones. It just means you can push more snow.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, these fold down so they stay in your vehicle. It's a closed cell foam, so it's not like a sponge where it absorbs the wet and then you put it in the car and it smells musty and damp and everything. No, it doesn't do any of that. So that's what gives it its flexibility, but stays rigid as well.
Is this longer than the older ones too?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I thought so.
The other one, this one goes from 33 inches out to 55 inches, and all it is a twist on the pole.
Right.
If you don't remember it when you get home, we even put the instructions right there on the pole.
Can I also tell you something else, which I thought was really interesting, is this is also the same size pole that fits on a paint roller.
It's by design.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So if you want to,
I thought it was brilliant because I had to paint the ceiling. I had to paint the ceiling in the den, and I'm too darn short. And I went, you know what? Hold on a second. I went out to the truck, and I got.
It's
this.
a universal thread. It's a universal size that we use. So
I was kind of hoping I could tell you something you didn't know about your own darn product. So yeah, that is a universal thread.
Yeah, I mean, everything is done for a reason here. So it's fast, efficient, it's easy. Look, I have that big SUV just like your wife has.
Right.
And I have the running boards that fold out. There's only one problem. The door has to be open for the running boards.
Yep.
Last thing I want is to have the door open and be pulling or pushing snow into the vehicle. So now I can stand on the ground, and I usually just push from one side to the other.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I like to do it. Everybody has their own way, but you know what? Even over the antenna there, not a problem. Front, back, side glass, get the entire vehicle clean. Look, you can get in, start it up, and let it start to warm up. While you're doing that, by the time you're done cleaning it off, you're ready to go.
I agree. It's perfect. So we're going to talk a little bit about snow in this program. Coming up in a little bit, we've got an item that goes over the windshield.
And this works perfect in conjunction with the frost guard.
I agree completely.
All right? Because the rest of the vehicle, you got to get the snow and the ice, and even sometimes it's piled up on the frost guard. So
my goal in the morning is not to stand outside in the cold for as long as possible.
Right.
And when I come to work, it's 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's freezing.
And by the way, I don't have a garage that I can use as my regular traditional garage.
Mine won't fit.
yeah, way to go. I've done that too, Sparky.
Yeah.
I bought a pickup truck that I can't get in my garage because
it's too tall.
It's an older garage, and the truck's too tall.
Yep.
So I got to park this thing outside every night. My wife, her SUV won't fit. Plus, my garage is more than 100 feet away from the house because it's a farm.
Well,
so I used to have to scrape the windshield and clean off the car virtually every time it snowed. And between this item and the one that's coming up next, it's cut down my time of cleaning the car by more than 2/3 easily.
I'm one of those people who actually loves when it snows. When you have the right tools to clean stuff off and go about having fun, it makes the job easier.
Here's the thing that everybody asked, will it scratch the paint? The answer is absolutely not. If you use it properly to push the snow off the car, it will not scratch current automotive paint at all. It's a brilliant invention. Love you for it too, man.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Sean Pickford, that's really cool. Well done. Coming up, I want you to be comfortable in your own home. And this is such a great gift. When people see the brand name of Dyson, they know they've got something